Hello fans, welcome to another piece of news. Today we have a bombshell that is shocking all Pittsburgh Steelers fans. But first, if you are not yet subscribed to our news channel, then take this opportunity to subscribe, leave a like here too, because these videos are a lot of work to make and we bring everything here to you firsthand. Now, today we have the bombshells. Let's go to the first one today. Amari Cooper could become a Browns nightmare in black and gold. Few things would be sweeter for Steeler Nation than seeing a former Cleveland Browns star shine in Pittsburgh, especially when that player still has gas left in the tank and a history of wreaking havoc on opposing defenses. And now, that scenario could become a reality. Five-time Pro Bowl selection Amari Cooper is still available on the free agent market, and with training camp approaching, all eyes are on what seems like an increasingly likely outcome: the veteran receiver wearing a Steelers jersey after the solid seasons in Cleveland, including a 1,000 to 150-yard, 5-touchdown 2023 campaign. Cooper was traded to the Bills in mid-2024. There, he struggled to fit into the offensive system and saw his production decline. Still, 40 for receptions, 547 yards, and for touchdowns are no mean feats, especially considering he played in a shaky offense and had little chemistry with Buffalo's quarterbacks. But that's exactly what makes Pittsburgh an ideal destination for a career comeback. With George Pickens now in Dallas and DK Metcalf taking over the W-1 role, the Steelers need more than just depth at wide receiver. They need a reliable, experienced target with the ability to turn games around in big moments. Cooper checks all of those boxes, and with Aaron Rodgers running the offense, that connection has the potential to work out immediately. From the Browns' perspective, seeing Cooper at Heinz Field, now Acrisure Stadium, twice a year would be a nightmare. After all, it was the lack of a re-signing agreement that caused his departure, and seeing him potentially shine with their biggest rival would be an open wound. But from Pittsburgh's side, it would be poetic justice and, above all, a strategic move by someone who wants to compete at the highest level in the AFC. Amari Cooper may no longer be in the prime of his youth, but talent, tactical intelligence, and reliable hands don't disappear from one season to the next. The Steelers' locker room already has a different energy with Rodgers at the helm, and adding an experienced receiver like Cooper could be the missing ingredient to elevate this offense from competitive to threatening. It wouldn't be the first time Pittsburgh has turned a discarded rival into a lethal weapon, and if the deal goes through, Browns fans better get ready, because Amari Cooper could very well decide the next chapters of his revenge, playing under the lights of Northern Pennsylvania. Steelers shock NFL with trade for Trevor Lawrence. The Pittsburgh Steelers shook up the NFL scene with one of the most surprising trades in recent years. Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback selected first overall in the 2021 draft, is now the new commander of the black and gold franchise. In exchange, the team sent iconic pass rusher TJ Watt and a first-round pick in 2026 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The decision is bold. It's risky, but it has a clear message. The Steelers are back in the game, hungry for titles and with a vision for the future. Trevor Lawrence arrived in the NFL with the label of a phenomenon. At Clemson, he broke records, enchanted the country, and seemed destined to become the next big name in the league. But in Jacksonville, things never clicked the way expected. Even with flashes of brilliance, injuries and instability in the team around him hindered his development. After a disappointing 2024 season, in which they threw for just 1,045 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions, the Jaguars began to consider new directions under a new coaching staff. That's when the Steelers stepped in, ready to change the franchise's narrative. Since Ben Roethlisberger's retirement, Pittsburgh has been in a constant search for a new offensive leader. Names like Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, and most recently Aaron Rodgers have passed through, or are passing through, the locker room. Rodgers is still a fixture on the roster, but at 41, he represents a very short-term solution. It was time to think ahead, and who better to bet on than Trevor Lawrence? Yes, losing TJ Watt hurts. He's not just an elite player, he's a symbol of Pittsburgh's gritty spirit. But remember, quarterbacks define the destiny of franchises, and talents of Lawrence's caliber rarely come available. This was the chance, and the Steelers have gone all out. Expectation has now turned to hope. Lawrence will have at his disposal a rebuilding offense, but with promising pieces: DK Metcalf, Pat Fryermuth and a young group of running backs and offensive line provide the foundation for a new beginning. With the leadership of Mike Tomlin and the competitive DNA of the franchise, the former Jaguar may finally have the environment necessary to flourish. Steelers fans have every right to dream. Pittsburgh bet big, but the reward could be huge if Trevor Lawrence lives up to his potential. The next few years could mark the beginning of a new golden era. On the frozen fields of the AFC North, the future has begun, and it wears black and gold.